Hello, everyone, and welcome back to The Advisor. I am Lisa Urbanski, and I just had an amazing initial conversation with this man who got me really excited about today's show. I have with me Hassan Moaminah. This man lost 155 pounds naturally and became the author of a book, as you can see in his background, Captain Garda, A Tale of Bravery, Kindness, and a Big Heart. He is amazing. And today we're going to talk a little bit about living in the present. And he just gave me a teaser before I started this episode that he's going to be sharing something amazing with you all. So stay tuned for that. Before we get started, I just want to send a special shout out to Spreaker and iHeartRadio for sponsoring the show. Without you, this could not be possible. Welcome to the show, Hassan.
Nice to meet you.
Yes. How are you doing today?
Totally fine. It's
Good,
amazing
good,
today.
good. And so we're going to talk about living in the present, and then later on, you're going to be sharing with us something really amazing, correct?
Correct.
Okay, well, let's get into it. Let's talk about living in the present. What does that mean to you?
Before Arnold Schwarzenegger, he said why 2% succeeds in the world and 98% don't. Uh, I remember he said before that because the 2% have a clear vision like him. But there is a question how the people could have a clear vision. Because the 2%, like if you see Arnold Schwarzenegger, Elon Musk, a lot of people, their daily life, they have a daily life. And this is the human nature. They go, exercise, enjoy, go with friends like that, one, two, three. And that's why they succeed because they don't overthinking about the future. Most of the 98%, they think about, oh my God, tomorrow I have bills. How can I pay the bills? I know these struggles is important, but when you did your best, uh, you should know you cannot do anything else. So it's better to move on for the next step. But unfortunately, most people they waste their time. Well, I wish if situation they're bad. Their situation is okay and great, but they're wasting their time thinking about the others. That this guy is achieving things, and this guy he make, and I'm nothing. From the 98%, yani a few people, the bad guys. But imagine the few people they believe about what Adolf Hitler said: lie, lie until you people believe you, so you believe yourself. And those bad guys are few, not that much, but most of those 98 are weak people. They don't have any power. They don't have anything. That's why sometimes when one guy from them was thinking right, everybody start yani, shocking. This is makes sense. This is makes sense. And those bad guys recognize them in our reality life. But from the 98%, a lot of people they try to get out to leave the prison, but those few bad guys they try to stuck them in this icon to stay stuck in the 98. That's why most people are failed because most people they don't have the ability to continue. They give up quickly. The same thing like with losing weight. If you try to go to the gym to lose weight, maybe in the gym you will find support, but outside the gym you will find struggles daily with the people in the street. When you go restaurants, they call you fat. That's why it affect for those people to stop. That's why. So when we find this environment, we need to change it or to change our daily habits. Like instead of going restaurants, it's better maybe to go to like a coffee shop because we could not see that thing. We could go for instead of like of uh, common coffee shop, we could go to something with a book with some good environment people which who can respect you, and that's why it's this is from our or from our ability to do that. Yani. That's why we need if we want to be success. when we find struggles from the environment and we have ability to change that, we have to change that. We are not in the present. We are like in a free country. The problem is our life is a movie, and the God wrote the script. We don't know about the script, but the God gave us the chance to choose the right way or the wrong way. If you choose the right way and you did your best, you're gonna find great results. If you choose the wrong way because you're too much worry, means you don't have faith, means you gonna find bad results. This is the uniqueness of the human being, that he had the chance to choose that. Uh, Most of the people they think about the collusion and they waste thousands of video clips on or YouTube content like that for nothing. Especially like the World War II things happen. But today I'm gonna share with you something to prove that we waste our time for nothing. This document I found it before a couple of days accidentally. If you check it, it belongs to the 1946 for the chief of the KGB. It's the Soviet Union time. He said in this message for that the place of the death of Adolf Hitler in the east of Germany, with the Minister of Nazis media, and he said that we should make these two bodies disappear forever because we don't want their bodies to be a landmark for the new Nazis. And they were scared from that because they want the Nazis' idea to disappear. It's mean this document is a proof that Adolf Hitler died from a long time ago, and the idea that he is still alive is totally fake. It's enough proof. So imagine how much time we waste our time, which is value for us, which is important for us, for our family, for our kids, for our lifestyle, for our happiness, for nothing. A fake idea. That's why sometimes we need to think right. And it's not a problem if we think nobody gonna enter to our mind and to ask us or they will tell us we know what you're thinking. No one know. It's stuck in our mind. So we need to think sometimes. You'll not lose anything. The problem when the people overthinking about the future and not living the present, they reach to a level they not able even to put anything, even in their work, they're not focusing at work. They're thinking too much in the future. Even when they do the job, if they did it right, they do like not like a machine, like a vehicle, not even a human being. And that's like what happened in South Korea when a lot of people killed themselves because they don't give their humanity. They're overthinking, overstudying, over too much. This is not right. Yani for me, I don't have master degree. I just have bachelor degree in Saudi Arabia or most other countries. Bachelor degree is nothing, but I'm successful. I believe I'm a succeed. I don't need that much. In other countries, it's more than enough. Some countries they cannot get a degree. But unfortunately, this is what happened. Yani the reality.
Yes, yes. Wow, beautiful. I love that mindset. So powerful. Yes, please continue.
Uh, the same thing when we, like, for example, when we buy the food and we're thinking too much for our health like that. Uh, I'll tell you something. What's the difference between the baby formula and the milk powder?
What?
Only one thing. The baby formula contain more sugar than the
Ah,
milk powder formula. What does it mean? I will tell you. Before, long time ago, the world didn't have a factory for the milk to make it steamed or to make it kill from bacteria or has a process. They used to take it fresh from the farm and they give it for the people. And that milk contained bacteria. That's why the expiration date could be maximum 3 days and expired or must be drank in the same day. So the people, when they bring it in the bowl, they used to heat it to kill the bacteria, but sometimes they don't heat it enough. That's why it's danger. That's why but even that, people can drink the cow milk for their kids. But some people who don't have the access for the fresh milk because at that time it's too expensive. That's why they create the formula because it was cheaper. It's contained three ingredients: cow milk and sugar and vegetable oil. And it was an invention just to keep kids alive. That's the main goal of the kids formula. Unfortunately, now these days it's more expensive if you buy fresh milk from the supermarket. The fresh milk now these days, or the long-lived milk, is already steamed and prepared and killed from any kind of bacteria. So if you give it directly for your kids, it's totally safe. That's it. But some people they could say, yani the mother milk and the cow milk, the mother milk contain more lactose than the cow milk, but the baby's infant produce more lactase than the adult. Like if I let's say an example, I'm an adult, I try to drink mother milk, it will affect for my digesting and it could have a diarrhea, a lot of problems. Because my body as an adult is not ready, but the kid is ready. So if we give them a cow milk, it's the same. But the difference is the spending.
Mm.
But it's the
Yeah,
same idea, generation to generation. The ideas, they don't take the same idea from the first generation. Why you drink formula for the first time?
yeah.
That's the whole idea.
Wow. That's enlightening.
So, and uh, the last thing is of here. Uh, Sorry, the God give us yes, I said that God give us the ability to choose without any power,
Yes.
the right thing or the wrong thing or the wrong thing. Uh, what you get by the right hand, you will pay by the left hand. Yani,
No.
imagine the people who depending on a salary, they are much better than the people who have companies because the people who have companies or banks or whatever, yes, they have money, but they have debits need to pay.
Mm, mm-hmm.
Yani, like most worldwide bank, every dollar you own as a bank owner, you have to pay from 23 to $25.
Mm,
Imagine if you think as a normal guy, you have things like that, and any disaster could happen will make you shut down your business. That's gonna kill you. But imagine they
yeah.
can't control their mind. And this is really hard. So say, thank God, I don't have debit. I spend. Khalas, that's it. Even Elon Musk, he have billions, but imagine how much debits he have to pay. So if you try to pay right now the debits from what he have, maybe it's not enough from what he have, so he gonna get broken. And
Mm,
enough.
yeah.
And even the 300,000, $300 billion is not all a cash money. It's like an asset properties things. So they calculate it as $300 billion.
Right. Yeah. That's you're spelling it out. Yeah, that's so right.
This is true. This is a reality. And even the 300,000, $300 billion, he have debits need to pay. So it's like nothing. He don't have anything. He's just living on like us exactly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So
He's
that why is
depending on the people trust.
yeah. So why is then mindset and living in the moment so powerful?
Living in the moment will make you focus. Focus for your dreams, focus for your goals. But when you're thinking about the future too much, and you don't take any action for your present, like studying or working or work out in the gym or just to attend the gym to start losing your weight or whatever, you will never achieve anything.
Mm.
The same thing with me. If sometimes I'm not focusing that right, but at least I'm doing something better than nothing. I know that my performance is not 100% perfect, but at least next time it will be much better.
Right.
The
The action,
when I
right? Action steps.
exactly
Mm-hmm.
exactly when I choose to be a natural bodybuilder is one of the hardest sport in the world because it's about mindset control. It's not as the people think just to build a body. It
So
has
wait
yes
a minute. So
requirements
you lost 155 pounds and you became a
exactly
bodybuilder.
a
Holy
natural
smokes.
bodybuilder
That's
because to be honest
amazing.
with you, I don't have money to buy steroids, so I just decide to be natural. And natural is
Wow.
more harder than to be with a steroid.
So tell us
Because
about that. What did that look like?
natural bodybuilding
Or just your experience, like
for losing
losing the
weight.
weight? Yeah,
Losing, to be honest with you, losing the weight for me, uh, it was just a dream. I thought it's right because everybody wished to lose weight naturally without operation because not everybody has money to pay operation. Same like me, I did not have money at that time. So that's why I decided to do that naturally. But I found it is really hard that time, or should it's like one of the impossibles until I did it. Because one of my friends, he's a doctor, he told me the problem why you did is totally crazy because most people who lose weight, they lose muscles and water because they did not discover the right method for losing weight. They just discovered how the weight, how the fatty acid broke. They spent like 50 years for know how to fatty acid to break it. But what's the right strategy? They didn't know. But later I realized that I used to eat a lot of product which doesn't make sugar spike and used to focus on it as a carbo. I know it's important to focus on protein and other nutrition like fiber, like that, but carbo, if you cut it like the keto diet, after you're gonna lose your weight, you're gonna gain fat faster because your body still needs carbo for the glycogen. So that's why I used to depend on food doesn't make sugar spike. And even if you want to use food which could make a sugar spike, it's okay to make it after cardio exercise immediately because you need to refill your glycogen resource. Because usually it's naturally that we have extra food, we eat it daily. So the extra food, what's going to happen? Two-thirds is glycogen, one-third is fat. So when our glycogen resources, the muscles,
right.
is full, complete, we didn't use it for any kind of exercises or cardio. What's going to happen? It will gonna all gonna be fat.
Hmm.
That's the point. But when we have a sugar spike affect for the insulin resistance. When we have insulin resistance, we cannot break the fatty acid because the insulin resistance or insulin resistance become an army in front of the gate of the fats. That's why it doesn't break. So it use other resource like protein or the muscles of the body. That's why
Hmm.
most people they don't do it because the sugar spike problem. But there are so many products you can use it to reduce the sugar spike. Like if you eat rice, quinoa, oatmeal, all these contain carbo and fiber, but this carbo doesn't make sugar spike. And also baked beans, kidney beans, chuck beans, all these products if you eat it as a cooked, it has carbo, but the carbo is doesn't affect for the sugar spike. And if you
Right.
want to check which food matching for you is as a sugar spike or not, you can go to the pharmacy, have like the insulin resistant sensor to check how's your sugar spike happen to know which food is matching for your situation is okay or not
Wow.
because some food is not accessible in country some food is accessible so you can check the food which can matching for you.
Yes. Yeah.
The strategy which I use it for my fitness academy is I will teach you your food. I will give you freedom to eat whatever you want and have wings to fly. The same like in the story. That's the whole strategy. Just a food education plus to know your daily life habits to change it. Now, because this year, this big achievement which I did, alhamdulillah, with my life changing and everything, I decided to offer for all my clients 3 months free membership, no need any payment or credit card to see the result in your reality life. And later, if you want to continue with me, you're most welcome
Wow. Wow.
until the end of this year.
Was that your amazing, that was what you were gonna tell us was your amazing surprise?
Yes, this all this
Yeah.
surprise.
Yeah, I love that so much. So 3 months, they get to work with you and better their life.
No need any credit card. They can contact me directly in my WhatsApp number.
Okay.
Because in the website you have to make the full payment, so you can contact me directly in the WhatsApp in the description. And I will offer for you this training, including workout plan, nutrition plan, 1 year support services, psychology support services without any charge by all these platforms, and plus 1 year follow up for weekly follow up. But we are talking about within the 3 months.
Mm.
The plan includes. If you later want to continue, you can continue. But I can promise you, within the 3 months, you will feel psychological changes and you'll feel happier. I don't promise for losing weight, but I promise you'll feel more active. And this is enough sign that you start losing your weight by the right way. Because there are signs we cannot realize it by our eyes in the beginning. We need to wait. But there are other signs is enough to that we show us we are in the right way until we found the light to get out from the escape, from this
Mm.
dark cave.
That's beautiful.
Mm.
So tell us about your book. Tell us about your book and where can we find it?
Captain Garuda, A Tale of Bravery and a Kindness and Big Heart is a story based on my true life story, but it's show us in a general idea that anyone can be a real hero by just taking care of their job and their daily life. I was right online that there's like 6 times they used my book in one of the public libraries in US. Forget the name of the library for research purposes. They used like Harvard Standard, I think twice or maybe 3 times. I'm not sure. And they used a psychology standard to check up for research purposes. From my side, I was just write it from my thinking, but I couldn't think that it's something has deeper thinking, like or something related about research. While it's just 36 pages, yani. And so many book reviewers in Goodreads, they said must read it again. Even for adults, they said it's good for reading because there are things we miss it as an adult in our life, which can make us happier. But because some situations and some things happen in our or cases happen in our life, we make these ideas disappear. While it's coming from the humanity, under the humanity, or the when the a human being born for the first time. And that's why that was the idea of the book. It's just a comic book. Tell us about a baker man in Bandung. The bakery in Indonesia is something luxury, but at the end of his duty, he cannot sell the for the next day the extra bread, so he give it for orphan house. When the orphans see the bread, they got shocked and amazing. Yani imagine a bread make people happy because the value is not the money. The value is what's made for it. Like sometimes you could say a nice word or a joke in the streets, and this joke has a great meaning, and everybody laughs, and that's enough for him to be happy. You don't need money because sometimes people from too much depressed they need to change. Even me sometimes, yani, what made me able to continue in the gym that my bad moments in life, I used to laugh on it in the gym and try to create the jokes. Like there is one crazy guy, I think you know 7-Eleven. It's a famous grocery store.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
tried to
it lives
think
the
out
end of
of,
my street.
I know, I think he's Pakistani, I'm not sure. He tried to think out of the box. He
Okay.
opened a new grocery and he put the sign 911 grocery.
911.
After a couple months, the whole police station came to remove the sign, and then he changed it to the silver era, belongs to 20th century. But I think this guy he loved the 20th century, like the movies, the songs, like that. So I think that's why he chose that.
That's
But he changed
so
it to silver
funny.
era. Even the Americans in this area, people got laugh while they already know it's a bad history, but they laugh on it. Because it's time to forget about the past. The past is finished. We cannot back again and repeat, or we stop 9/11. from happening. خلاص, it's
Mhm.
done. So it's time to figure out and think about that the God hide for us a better future. Don't think it's a disaster. Think about it's better.
Yes, beautiful, beautiful. So tell us where we can find you. Where can we find you?
The book is available in all bookstores in US, Amazon, Walmart, Nobles. Most common bookstores in US are you can find it. Even in Manhattan, it's everywhere almost. Even you can order it online.
Amazing, amazing. And what do you want to share with our audience and listeners the number for your WhatsApp that they can contact you at? We'll have it in the show notes, but do you want to say it out loud for people who are really eager to get in touch with you?
No problem, it's okay. My number WhatsApp is plus 966 546 447 3084. That's my WhatsApp number. Anyone can contact me at any time, no problem. My hands is open for anyone who want to contact me with me. But by the way, I don't like scammers. That's it.
Yeah.
As for the training.
That's amazing. Do you want to know something funny? The last four digits of your phone number are the same as mine.
Okay. Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
that's
sorry.
crazy.
Uh,
So one last thing before we let everyone go for today. If you were to leave our listeners with one really powerful tidbit, what would you tell them?
about the life,
Just something you want to leave people with, something that's powerful, a message from you, something inspirational.
one thing. Uh, if the genie came to your life to make your dream came true, remember, you will not get anything. Because unlucky guy, he found the genie. He said, I'm going to make one wish came true for you because you give my freedom. He said, I want $1 million in my bank account. The dream came true and the genie disappeared. The next day, the FBI was waiting for him. Easy come, easy go. For me, I got this. So don't think about the genie. Think about just for yourself, for what you have in your hands, what you can make. Think about it's coming step by step, and you're gonna make whatever you want. Believe me, like what I did. And you have the same feeling, same disaster, everything. This is a reality.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, Hassan, it was so, so nice to meet you and so honored to be here with you today. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Nice to meet you. Terima kasih. Sampai jumpa. Goodbye.
Mm. Bye for now, everyone. I'm Lisa Urbanski with The Advisor. Check out Hassan's last two episodes. They were so powerful. He's got such a voice and is such an inspiration. He lost 155 pounds, became an author, is doing natural bodybuilding, and he's got such a story to tell. So if you missed those last two episodes, go back on our channel, find him and check them out. His book link will be in the show notes. And until next time, I'm Lisa Urbanski with The Advisor.